And we are now joined by CBS Sports NBA analyst John Gonzalez. And I think our reaction was the same. Watching those final seconds there, out there in OKC, you look at Aaron Gordon and what he did. I'm going to be honest, when you needed one and you're going for three, I was very nervous there. But obviously he wasn't at all. Just give me your thoughts on just that final few seconds of that game and how it all played out.
Wild. The fourth quarter was wild. The final few seconds were wild. Aaron Gordon saves the day again and goes into the back, gets his cape, puts it on. Against the Clippers, he had that buzzer beater dunk that just barely made it in, and they end up winning that game. And then here comes Aaron Gordon again, who was having a good game, 22-point double-double, but not necessarily known as a three-point shooter. Open on the wing, though. They find him, and he cans it in a game that looked like Oklahoma City was going to win fairly comfortably in the fourth quarter. Just like the Nuggets just kept plugging away. And a lot of that obviously had to do with Nikola Jokic, who had a monster double-double, and just ridiculous, Kiana, 42-point, 22 rebounds, 6 assists, double-double. And just credit to the Nuggets, who a lot of people were wondering, hey, would they be tired coming off of a really tough 7-game series? They had absolutely no rest. Oklahoma City has been rested for a while. Felt like, they haven't played in forever. But what a start to this series.
Absolutely. And you talk about this Nuggets team, they take this last round one, 7 games against the Clippers. They come out and maybe people worried, are they going to be tired? Are they going to be fatigued? They're playing on the road. But meanwhile, I was looking at some of these stats and just 6 threes on the night for Denver, 6 of 26. Then they had 15 turnovers, giving up 19 points in the process. I was a little nervous about how they were coming out, but they were able to finish when it mattered.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they don't take a ton of threes, so that wasn't completely abnormal. And part of it was Oklahoma City's defense, number 1 rated during the regular season by a long stretch. They just do a really good job of defending the perimeter. And then, as you mentioned, they were also Oklahoma City number 1 at forcing turnovers during the regular season and then scoring points off of turnovers. So all of that made sense, right? But the Nuggets, their resilience, their ability to do more with less, because it's not about Nikola Jokic and what he's going to do. He's always going to have a supreme effort and put up really gaudy stats. The question is, what's the rest of the supporting cast look like? And those guys, they've been inconsistent this season. You didn't get a ton from Michael Porter Jr. was terrible tonight, but the rest of them, Christian Brown, a double-double. Russell Westbrook contributed. As we mentioned, Aaron Gordon, here he comes, another series saving in the first series against the Clippers, game winner. And then this one, they're off to a hot start, stealing a game on the road against the number 1 team, the number 1 seed in Oklahoma City. Man, you can't say enough about the Nuggets and the postseason that they're putting together right now. Sometimes it looks like it's a little smoke and mirrors. Some people might have thought the Clippers had the better series overall in the first round, but the Nuggets ended up winning it. And tonight, for much of the night, it looked like Oklahoma City was the better team. Well, guess what? Too bad for you. The Nuggets won the game.
And then you talk about Nikola Jokic, putting up a 42-point performance, 22 rebounds in the process. And I know coming into this game, a lot of people talking about how OKC, they're this young team, they're deeper than this Nuggets team. They're more talented than this Nuggets team. But is this what it's going to take? Are we going to have to see these nuclear performances from Nikola Jokic throughout this series if Denver's going to want to have a chance to steal this one?
Yeah, this is what we all kind of thought coming into this series, that it was the best player in the world. Apologies to SGA, who might be the MVP, probably will be. He's the presumptive MVP. And he was fantastic tonight, a 33-point double-double, just missed a triple-double. But we all thought it was going to be Joker and what he could do and, whatever the supporting cast could help him against a Thunder team that is, frankly, a more complete team on paper. They were the number 1 defense, a top 5 offense. They play at both ends of the floor. They're considerably deeper, Kiana, than the Nuggets. The Nuggets don't have the depth that the Thunder do by a long shot. And the Thunder could have won this game. We haven't even gotten to Chet Holmgren missed 2 crucial free throws at the end of the game. If he cans those, this is potentially a different story that we're talking about. Instead, he misses both, and he gives Aaron Gordon the chance to play hero and make that 3-ball and win the game and steal the game for the Nuggets. So, yeah, I think this is what we're looking at. We're looking at monster efforts from Joker. Who else can help from the Nuggets? And then an Oklahoma City team that is much more of a team. But tonight, at the end, those free throws hurt them, and man, they have to be kicking themselves that they lost this game.
Absolutely. This one seemed like they had it in the bag. The Nuggets didn't lead since earlier in the first quarter of this one. But now as we turn our attention and start slowly looking ahead, What's going to be that X factor for both OKC and Denver as we start to look at how this series might start unfolding?
Well, for the Nuggets, they need to take care of the ball. They got away with it a little bit tonight. They
Yeah.
they turned the ball over a ton in Oklahoma City. They're great at that. They're great at forcing turnovers, and they scored a ton of points off of turnovers. And then for the Thunder, the question about this team, and I thought was a little unfair, was, oh, well, can they really play big in big moments in the postseason? Last year didn't make it out of the second round. I thought that was a good learning experience for them. They're a young team. You got to learn sometime in some way, right? Now it's going to be, people are going to say, oh, well, you got to finish these games. You let the Nuggets get into it. The Nuggets have postseason experience. They're only 2 years removed from winning an NBA championship. You can't let Joker muscle you. He went for a monster double-double. So now the Thunder have to go back out there and prove themselves again. It's one thing to do it during the regular season when they were clearly the best team in the NBA. Now you have to prove yourself again in the playoffs. That first round series against the Grizzlies didn't test them at all, Kiana. Well, guess what? The Nuggets tonight gave them their first test, and they didn't pass it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I started thinking coming into this one, would it be rest versus rust? Well, it looked like for the most, I would say if we had a graph looking at this game, rest was working all the way until those final seconds when those crucial free throws ultimately cost them the game. But John Gonzalez, I think we got a good one on our hands. We appreciate you stopping by with that insight. Thank you so much. And I mean, this man is just incredible. Incredible. We are literally watching a unicorn take the floor night in and night out. Take a look at the most career playoff games with at least 30 points and 20 boards, 5 assists in NBA history. Nikola Jokic tied for the second most with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with 5. Wilt Chamberlain with 12 of them. But listen, this is Hall of Fame caliber talent right here on this graphic, and Nikola Jokic just steadily adding his name amongst greats. We're witnessing something great.